start seated, so please meet me in a comfortable position in the middle of your mat.
Mom, I haven't put my shoes up.
And we're gonna begin our practice with tuning in into the sensation, collecting that necessary and setting that necessary focus. So as soon as you're ready, please relax your eyes. And little by little allow your body to start sense, start comprehend this moment right now, right here from within, from the body space. So allow yourself to sense the space in your head, space in your neck, and then going lower, breath by breath, acknowledge the space of your chest, your torso, your arms and legs. This would be a great moment to set the intention for the class. As we speak to our subconscious, that literally is our body, let's just invite certain new state, or perhaps cultivate the necessary state that we desire to live in, and just internally formulate it for yourself. Just literally either reminding yourself how that feels like, the state that you're inviting, or formulating it verbally, something like, I dedicate this hour to bring me, or to strengthen, and name exactly. And then take a soft inhale into your nose. As you exhale intuitively, follow the desire, whether you want to open your mouth and just exhale with a sigh, completely relaxing, reducing any discomfort from your body, becoming softer, becoming more comprehensive, more sensitive. Let's do one more. Inhale through your nose. And exhaling, noticing how it is way longer than your inhalation. Just keep allowing your nerve system to switch to the creative mode. Exit the survival mode. And as soon as you're ready, please softly open your eyes. And just let's collect the visuals before we begin with the exercising part. We're going to use certain breath work, which is a diaphragmal reset. You may be already familiar with it, but just to make sure with all the visuals that we'll be on the same page during practicing. What we're going to be doing next will be soft inhale into the nose, then complete relaxed exhalation. As you observe your ribs going down, let them remain in the lowest position. After fullest exhalation, you're going to swallow, so your throatal sphincter are going to be closed. And then on this breath retention, please focus on lifting your ribs up. Nothing about the belly, try not to suck it in, just literally send all your focus into the bottom ribs and then try to lift them up. So now I'm going to just demonstrate it, how it's going to look like, how it's going to feel like. So as you probably just noticed, when I'm lifting my ribs up, which might take a couple tries, so don't criticize yourself. It's okay to be like literally spending several breaths to just connecting and making sure there was difference, that you felt that elevation of the ribs. Automatically it causes that your abdominal will get sucked into that vacuum. Okay, this particular practice, it resets any tension, any negative tension in your diaphragm, and allows it to return into its normal tonus. Also, it will make sure that the abdominal, like internal abdominal pressure normalizes. Okay, keep observing. However it's going to feel, sometimes you can notice certain blockages that your diaphragm is connected to, so it might be somewhere in the neck and the pelvis. Let's just do about 3 reps and kind of give up and enjoy that experience, all the sensation that you will achieve there. So right now, if it works for you, you may close your eyes again, or simply relax your facial muscles, including the bottom jaw. Please begin taking soft inhale into your nose without any exaggeration. Just feel that satisfaction of inhalation extension for 360. Notice your ribs have elevated, and then begin in exhaling with no pressure. Just try not to do your best, just literally relax into that process. Just observe how your ribs go down. When you feel they're at the lowest, so it's kind of like your waist is the thinnest, then with that swallowing motion, you open the throat and begin sending that command to your ribs, lifting up. Yeah, it may be kind of awkward in the beginning, might be not symmetrical, but kind of keep sending, keep building that neural net, keep achieving that connection. And as you feel it's enough, just open your throat, relax the belly, allow your ribs to go down, breathing in, or actually figure out what would be the level, how it goes. Maybe your ribs just creating that space, letting your inhale happen on some new level. Then let's do twice more. As you begin, exhale and remind yourself to relax completely. Facial muscles, shoulders, hips, arms, legs, everything kind of sinks down according to your neutral spinal line. Where you feel your ribs are the tightest towards your waist, hold your breath, do that swallowing motion, and begin elevating. It feels like spreading the wings right now. All the muscles, all the tissue in between your ribs, your diaphragm are achieving that positive stretch. Very neutral, very even. Notice if anything bothers that sensation, or still keep figuring out how that works. We might be still there, just working with your ribs, just making it go to this position. And as you feel it's enough, before this retention, breath retention causes you any unnecessary stress, release your throat blockage and let yourself make that inhale. Just notice what's going to change in your rib positioning, and also keep relaxing into that inhalation. Let's do one final wrap. So as you're ready with the common exhale, whenever it happens, observe the ribs going down. Right now your waist is the most cinched, the most thin, and as you hold the breath now, walking the throatal sphincters to elevate the ribs up. And relax again, breathing in. Feeling how the rib placement is changing. Exhaling one more time, completely letting out of your system any worry, any distortion or distraction. Just remaining firmly grounded into your focus, spread all over the body, sense it. And next, as you breathe in, let's count to 5. Inhale at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then hold your breath just comfortably for another 5 reps. 3, 2, 1. And now exhale for 10. Don't hurry, just slow down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 10 or at least longer. Don't force yourself. If you can't make it all the way to the 10, perhaps you actually can do it even longer. Just make sure you're relaxing into your exhalation, achieving this positive feeling of like I'm relaxing into this. And then once your exhalation finished, inhale again. Right now you don't have to count specifically to 5, just focus on achieving that feeling of extension, pleasant pressure within your lungs, extending your body, this feeling of satisfaction once it's done. And then hold your breath just for a couple seconds just to confirm that state of kind of hanging with this vacuum within you, just extending into the space, letting your rib cage kind of lose that feeling of firm boundaries and open. And then as you exhale, just make sure that it's really relieving any pressure from within. Like right now, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to focus on how it feels like. Let's do 2 more cycles. So as soon as your exhalation finished, inhale softly into your nose, observing how the ribs are elevating, how they're opening that space for 360 each direction. Notice any numbness if it's there. Hold your breath, and right now specifically if there is anything firm or anything bothering you, any sensations, kind of send this extension while doing the breath hold into that specific area. And let that nerve tissue achieve those signals, and then exhale with the feeling of relief and decompressing completely, slowly with no pressure, just having patience to participate in this process as observer all the way to the end as you feel your ribs going down, as the tissue in your body softens. And let's do one more. Softly inhaling, noticing that wave elevating your ribs, extending your body on every level from your pelvis all the way to your skull. Then holding breath just to confirm, just to achieve that signal, that all the nerve tissue achieve that signal of decompression, and then again let, and just confirming it even more with the deepest relaxation as you slowly exhale, and your exhalation becomes much longer, at least twice longer, or a bit longer than inhale. That means you're on the right track. And next, even without opening your eyes, if you prefer, you can just lean on your hands in front of you, and as you're ready, shifting, pulling your body weights forwards until you appear in the tabletop position. Now let's connect our toes together. Let's bring knees a little wider, and with the coming exhalation, just allocate your glutes on the top of the heels, lengthening through the spine with the coming inhalation, reaching forwards without choking your neck, making sure shoulders are rotating outwards, and allow your neck to relax as well. With the exhale, just dip your chest, your head closer to the floor. You should be very relaxed, so if on any level you feel like you're resistant, probably be better if you bend your elbows and perhaps set palms underneath your head, or maybe kind of in this hugging leg position, or create a couple, like instead of the yoga brick, putting both fists underneath your sternum and then letting the head go down. So either way, let's make sure you're completely relaxed right now. Your body is decompressing. For the next 3 breaths, just inhaling with that natural mechanism of your ribs moving in this domino sequence from the bottom to the tops. Sense that decompression, sense that extension, send it perhaps into the area that needs it the most right now. Maybe it's in your lower back, maybe it's in your chest, anywhere, maybe it's in your neck. And as you exhale, don't hesitate to open your mouth and just completely let all the frustration, all the pressure from within, just leave your body. I think that feels comfortable right now to be leaning on the forehead. Just let's remind ourselves that that's where the prefrontal cortex is, right behind the forehead bone. And right now you're just really stimulating it, causing even more activation of that creator mode versus survival. Let's do one more breath. With a complete focus covering your body space, and even kind of further into the space of the room, sensing, acknowledging everything happening. With the kind of inhale, gazing forwards very softly, gently lifting the chin, not to cause any compression in the neck. With the exhalation, drive, bring your palms closer. Inhaling, rising up again into the table pose. With the common exhalation, articulate vertebra by vertebra yourself into the cat pose, starting from the bottom, so from the tailbone through the mid of your back into the scapulas, letting the head go down. As you inhale, switch to the cow pose. Also begin from the bottom, from the tailbone, articulating it, setting it upwards, and letting your belly gently deep, your chest deep, rotating shoulders externally long, gazing up completely while you're using these positions, decompressing the space between your spines. As you exhale one more time, drive your tailbone down, articulate vertebra by vertebra, literally try to connect, even kind of count every vertebra that moves. And one more inhale, beginning with the bottom of the spine, decompressing your glutes, directing the tailbone, sitting bones upwards, letting vertebra by vertebra achieve this chain reaction, gazing up. And now with the exhalation, as we turn the tailbone down and articulate our spine again into the cat-like pose, we're gonna set our knees together, and next time as you articulate, beginning with the tailbone, inhale and kind of send that signal into your left leg. Let it stretch, pointing the toes away. Just apply the length of your leg into your cow-like position, gazing up. We're gonna do 2 more reps, and a 2.5 with the exhalation. This time your tailbone extends into your knee, that you're sending underneath your belly, and again, vertebra by vertebra, very slow, articulate that spinal curve. As you inhale, begin moving with your toes of the left foot, tighten the kneecap, kind of put this like an antenna towards, or like a tail towards your tailbone. As you lift the leg first, let that wave be like kind of sent into your spine, gazing up. So this is a cow with the left leg extended. Now drive the left leg underneath yourself and let your spine achieve that signal. Vertebra by vertebra, pressing up against your right knee, both palms. And next, as you appear again in your cow pose, stretching that left leg away. Now we're gonna be exhaling, and just nothing changes. We're in our neutral spinal positions, but with exhalation we are rotating the left thigh externally and then slowly bringing it towards the left shoulder. We're gonna repeat this 2 more times. As you inhale, just kind of make this swim-like motions, driving the straight left leg away. Let your spine accept this vertebra by vertebra, and then with exhalation, think of rotating the thigh externally. Make sure your shoulders and hips remain square, so it's only a very focused fascial movement. 1 more time. Inhale, extend the left leg away. With exhalation, send your complete attention into rotating the thigh externally. You can even flex the left foot and then bring the left knee closer to yourself. Perfect. Now we're gonna set the knees again on the ground, breathing in, find the neutrality in the body. Now with exhalation, we're gonna lift the same left knee outwards through external rotation until we drive it back into the straight, and then internally rotating the thigh, pointing the toes away. Now inhale, bring the knee slowly to your square body. Keep rotating, okay? So make sure you're not lifting the leg outwards, but it's really through rotation, so you feel a lot of lubrication here in your left hip, and then keep extending the leg. Let's do just 1 more. As you inhale, bring in the knee towards yourself, externally rotating the thigh, and then stretching the leg away till it becomes neutral again. Now inhale and bring your left knee towards your chest, externally rotating it. This time, see how much you can straighten your leg before you need to shift or compensate anything in the squareness of your body. So we're gonna stay here for several seconds. Next, what we're gonna be doing, it's also okay to bend the knee a little bit if it helps you to remain in this neutral position. Otherwise, try to straighten it. And now just 3 rotations of your whole foot one way, 3 rotations opposite. Yes, now let's just pull the toes towards us. Let's extend. I know the right glute is burning already, saying hi. Let's make sure the thigh is as vertical as possible, so let's not do this, okay? And now we're gonna point the toes forwards, like flexing the foot, point the toes away, and this time only the toes goes towards us and the whole leg is extended. So the foot is extended, only the toes. Choink, choink. And 1 more. I know you probably already adore this. So next, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna flex the knee again, and as we breathe in, we're gonna elevate the left side of the body, remaining on the center of the right knee, and either you're gonna stretch the arm completely, gazing straight, or gazing at the fingertips. With exhalation, you might bend the elbow and then slowly return yourself to the previous position. So the hips and shoulders are square, the leg remains in the air, straight or bent, as you prefer. 2 more. Inhale, we're gonna just like really point it straight to our right glute today. With exhalation, let's return to the squareness. Hold that hip in front of the knee, or knee in front of the hip. 1 last rep. Inhale. I know your right glute is saying mercy, but we're gonna finish this round. It's okay to bring that knee closer, even straighten the leg. And as you exhale, again, yogi's choice, you wanna have this leg straight or bent closer to your body. Now let's put the palm back on the floor, and now the final, I would say, polish here. So with the kind of inhalation, please stretch that left leg away. This was inhale. With the exhale, stretch the right opposite arm forwards. Now breathe in. With exhalation, begin this wave from your left knee, bend in, send these curves vertebra by vertebra into your spine, relax in the neck. As the final motion, the right elbow connects to the left knee. Now twice more. As you inhale, drive the leg away. Send this wave of motion to your spine. Drive your crown and right arm away. With exhalation, begin moving with your legs. Send the curve into your spine. Let your chest react, and then the shoulder starts moving, pulling the arm afterwards. So really focus on the neurology of this movement versus trying to perform. So inhale, extend, feel the neutral decompressed shoulders. Exhale as you drive your knee. Feel the wave when it appears on your chest, head level. That's the moment for your arm to move. Now keep the left knee underneath yourself. With a count inhale, lay your right palm on the floor. And with exhalation, stretch your left leg forwards. This looks great. Now just remain here, making sure there is enough distance between the left heel and the right knee. If you feel comfortable, which means your spine remain neutral here, you can lay your palms or fingers up on the floor. Otherwise, just stay a little higher. Let's just make sure that the spine is really neutral. It's okay to lean on the leg. We're going to be using our left hand, so either leg, either floor. And now inhale in, please stretch your right arm forward. Make sure the spine remains neutral so this movement doesn't cause any shrinking in your chest and your lumbar spine. So as you're going to be exhaling, drive the palm to the right. Now inhaling, we're going to be looking up, following, reaching up with our right arm. And now with the exhale, you might prefer to bend the elbow, and with the bent elbow, return back to neutral. From here, again, inhaling, otherwise just keep it straight all the time. Reach forwards with exhalation, reach to your right. Inhaling, remaining with the square hips, reaching up with the right, extend, make sure your scapulas are flat. With exhalation, bend the elbow or remain with your arms straight, just return forwards, this time reaching ahead of you further. One final rep, inhaling, reach your right arm to the right, and then exhale. Let's start rotating with making sure hips remain square. Now reach up here a bit higher. Now with the exhalation, look down and return your torso into the square parallel to the floor position. Reach the floor with the right hand, and next rolling through the foot length. Let's bring and slide the hips forwards, and this may take a couple dynamic reps. So as you inhale, slide your sitting bones to the back. As you exhale, send your hips forwards. Figure out what would be the good feeling distance to slide your left foot to. One more rep. Inhaling, just keep exploring the sensation of the square, neutral hips and sitting bones. And as we exhale, this time let's remain here. Just again making sure everything feels right. Perhaps the right knee wants the double mat layer. Maybe you want more space between right and left leg. So this should really feel steady as you dip your hips lower. Now connect with the pelvic floor sphincter, tighten it out a little bit, making sure that the low back is secured. Also find a very good feeling position for your chest, maybe higher, maybe lower. So from there, we're going to begin with the common inhale. We're connecting the wrists in front of us. With the exhalation, you can soften your shoulders and elbows, bringing the palms up and behind the head, and continuing and finalizing the exhale. Just really drop the arms down. And twice more as we inhale, slightly shift forwards. Imagine you were kind of swimming through something, some algae. So you cut through it, and then with the exhalation, you're cutting it above your head and all the way behind till you feel, oh yeah, the neck relaxes, trapezius muscles are stretching. That's the point where you're like, oh, releasing all the heaviness from the arm tissue. And one more inhale up. Perhaps you would like to stay here a bit longer, or maybe even turn the palm centers toward each other and lengthen through the fingertips, gazing upwards or sending the crown upwards. With the exhalation, drive the navel deeper in, secure the low back, make sure this position feels right. And then with the common inhale, we're gonna return to the more neutral, both palms on the floor. And the finalization of all this round would be with the common inhale, we're going to be reaching forwards with the right arm, same arm. Now with the exhalation, we're driving the palm behind the head, making sure this didn't shrink our trapezius muscle. Now inhaling, this is going to be the funniest part. Inhaling, we're going to start turning, looking through the left shoulder, so your left arm is completely intuitive. You may want to stretch it, you may want to have it supporting you on the inner side of the left foot. So with the inhalation, begin looking through the left shoulder. So your torso rotates towards the inside of your left leg. And with the exhale, see if you can lower yourself, going all the way on the elbow. Now with the inhalation, return and wrap yourself. So as you inhale, drive the right side of the body all the way to the right till neutral. Now as you exhale, tighten the navel in. Begin looking through your left shoulder, driving your torso to the left side rotation. Right side rotates down till the elbow touches the ground. One more rep. Inhale. Now try to help yourself less with the hand, and or perhaps spread the even press up for both, for the left foot and the left hand. And breathe in, and final exhale, looking through the left shoulder. Feeling that wrap, the twist in your spine going through the neck. Keep looking deeper behind that left shoulder till you rotate completely. So it's not the game of reaching down, it's a game of rotation. Now when you inhale, just remaining as low as you got with your chest through that rotation. Allow your elbows, or see if your elbows can reach the ground. And only one more thing, as you steady, leaning on your elbows, tuck the toes on your right foot. With the common inhalation, lift the kneecap, and then just slide back and forth a couple times. Just kind of make an inventory. Pressing the left foot flat, sensing all 5 toes, and then returning with the right knee back on the floor, pressing up, getting that left leg back, returning to the table pose, and then for a quick relaxation into the child pose. So let's connect our toes. Let's sit down on the top of the heels, and as we breathe in, lengthening through the neutral spine. With exhalation, deepen the belly, the chest, the forehead. Again, if it feels right, if it feels comfortable, just let your prefrontal cortex be stimulated right now. Stimulated and connect centrally with that specific area. Just through that pressure, let all your attention be there right now. And with a touch of the forehead on the mat, allow your attention to make projections into the back of your head, sensing the space in your head as well. And then reuniting with your breathing for the next 3 breaths. Just let your body receive that extension. Send it exactly where you feel you want that decompression the most. And don't hesitate to exhale with a sigh. Just like really with that sound, with that noise, confirming to your nerve system that it's okay to relax. It's okay to switch into restoration. Alright. Perhaps remind yourself of the intention that you set. Without any expectation or pressure on any achievement, but more like the scan, the sensation within your body. Remind yourself where you're heading, and perhaps you're already there. And as soon as you're ready, very gently elevating yourself and mostly gazing forward, so already lengthening through the spine. With the exhale, we're going to bring palms closer. Good moment to drink a sip of water. Sweetheart, you're going to be there. Okay, let's go. No. Look in the camera. You're covering me right now. You need to be on the other side, please. Move, bunny, move. You want to draw with chalk later? Then let's go now. Let's go if you want to draw later. Okay, let's go. Sweetheart, move. Okay, so as soon as we're ready, we're going to place ourselves in the tabletops, palms and knees steady, centered on the floor. Do I need to start threatening? We won't go play with chalk if
I
you will be.
want to.
Then go, listen to mommy and go. Okay? Nice. And now with the inhalation, we're gonna sense the tailbone. We're gonna direct it upwards. Let this chain effect go through the spine, gazing up with the exhalation from the bottom. Again, begin articulating your spine into this pleasant rounded curve. Let yourself to I would say receive that motion, sense it literally vertebra by vertebra. Continue connecting it with your breathing and articulating the spine for one more time as we inhale. Directing the tailbone and gently, if you're in this cow-like curve, as we exhale, articulate it all the way into the cat pose. And once that happens, please connect your knees together. This time, as you enter your cow pose, send and stretch the right leg. So kind of let it be the driver of the movement. Then connect it to the bottom of your spine, and then let the rest of the spine receive that movement. As you exhale, also begin that motion from your right leg, driving the knee towards your chest. Send that curved, rounded way vertebra by vertebra, and twice more. Inhale. Stretch the right leg, opening your cow pose right now completely intuitively. I know you know what you're doing because it feels way more than it looks. So as we inhale one more time, drive that right leg away. Now this time, as you stay here with the exhalation, just turn the right thigh externally, bring the right knee closer to yourself as you kind of enter in the cat pose. And now inhaling again, cow-like pose. Turn the left thigh towards your right armpit underneath yourself as you enter the cat pose. One more. Inhale, drive that right leg away. Make the chain of move, like in a chain, chainal way, I would say. Make your spine receive it. Knee underneath the chest, back is rounded. And now all we change is right now we begin moving right thigh externally, entering into more neutral and then cow-like position. And then as we exhale, just driving the right leg down parallel to the floor. Now as we inhale, round in the back and then rotating the thigh externally with the exhale, neutral, cow-like. And then again, inhale, final wrap, right knee underneath the chest, right thigh rotates externally. Just keep playing with the motion in your thigh. Next, we're gonna, for a second, just set the knees together, preparing, making sure, confirming that sensation of neutrality in the shoulders and hips. And with the common inhalation, as you not only lift but rotate, okay, rotate that right thigh externally. Now please straighten as much as it feels affordable. So if you feel you begin compensated, which pulling to the side, it's better to keep the knee bent, okay, as much vertical in your left thigh as possible. That looks good. Now let's see if we can straighten it more. Okay, and next begin rotating 3 circles one way, 3 circles the opposite. Now flex, point, flex, continue breathing, point. I know the left glute is like burning up. Point and only pull the toes towards yourself. Point, pull only the toes, point, pull only the toes. That's it. And next we're gonna rotate the whole, or you can bend the knee or try to do it with a straight, the whole torso to the right with the arm straight or with the arm bent. And then we're gonna return it to the parallel to the ground surface. And again, inhale, rotate. That'd be the easier way, just trying to rotate like this. If you're braver than that, then just lift the leg or bend, try to pull the knee towards your armpit and return again to the parallel. If you want to go harder on it, then just keep your leg bent or straight to the side at all times. If you want to take it easy, then stretch it away. Inhaling again, bringing the torso to the right rotation. Now we're gonna return as you please with a straight leg or slightly bent, closer to the chest. We're gonna lay that leg down and drive the right leg away. The final transition. So now as you be inhaling, lifting the right leg and opposite to it, left arm, driving them away from the center and slightly higher. So right now Imagine you're same in the cow pose, but it's extended with your left arm and with your right leg. Exhale and begin articulating your leg and then bottom of the spine into the heart. And as you feel that wave approaches there, bend the left elbow, drive it closer. Okay, I want your decision making be reactional right now to what you feel. So as you exhale, begin driving the leg. Send the wave vertebra by vertebra and then react once you feel it in your chest. One last final rep. Breathe in. Exhale, drive the leg underneath. Vertebra by vertebra, send the wave upwards. Now lay the left leg, go higher on the fingertips, and then stretch the right leg forwards. As we figure out stability here, enough space, maybe being a little higher. Next, we're going to play with some rotation. So wherever you found your comfort zone, however, what kind of modification that is, just feel confident you're doing everything right. With the coming inhale, drive your left arm to the left. With the exhalation, we're going to stretch it forwards and then behind the head. Continue exhaling, look into your left. As we lower ourselves down, inhale and stretching the arm to the side forwards, and then palm behind the head. And try to really drive your left elbow upwards. Let the left side of your chest follow. Make sure the hips remain square. Returning to the square position, shoulders on the same level. Inhaling, left arm to the left, forwards. With exhalation, palm behind the head. And then as you drive your torso to the left, hips remaining square, just maybe gentle push against your right heel and right hand, but don't compensate it with that strength. Mostly trust your torso, to do the job here. Keep looking straight. Now open and reach up with the left arm, making sure hips remain square. Now with the exhalation, reach forwards. Now we're gonna inhale and kind of drive the head, drive the fingertips forwards. Now with exhalation, we're going to bend the elbow and begin sliding back and forth. Okay, back and forth. Now complete focus on remaining neutral in this position. Now remain with your right palm on the inner side of your right foot. Now look through the right shoulder, breathing in. With exhalation, drive the navel in, slightly toe on your pelvic floor. See how low you can go in this rotation till the elbow perhaps touches the ground or maybe just goes lower. Now with the inhalation. Now if you want to challenge yourself, you can stretch your right arm kind of along the floor. Inhale and return to the neutral position, meaning parallel to the floor, shoulders hip square. With the exhale, start looking behind your right shoulder. If your arm stretches too much, you can always lay the right palm on the top of the right knee. And again, going through this twist, gaze deeper through your shoulder. You're very familiar with the twist, I know that. Make sure it happens very nicely, gently through your spine, above the mid, above the waist. Let's do one last rep. Inhale and reaching forwards with the right palm, if that's okay. If not, keep gently supporting yourself. Make sure you're like completely parallel to the ground. With the exhalation, let's look through the right shoulder, maybe even stretch above as we are reaching down with the left. Now, if it touches the ground, great. Disconnect the right palm from the back of your head. Just lay the right palm on the floor as well. And now also shift a little bit backwards, forwards, figuring the, I would say, capacity of the movement, potential of the movement, or amplitude, how much freedom or actually tightness is there. And as you be ready with the common exhalation, lift the left knee from the floor and continue doing pretty much the same, just shifting back and forth like that. Let's land the left knee back on the ground. Let's press up with both hands even. And as we enter this neutral positioning, sliding the right foot enough, making sure that the left knee is not hurting. Next, we're going to be inhaling, rotating the shoulders externally in our neutrality. So not too much of anything, everything should feel good and comfortable. So as we inhale, we kind of gather the space above the head, connecting the fingertips. And now with the exhalation, just letting the palms fall behind the head and gazing up or gazing straight. Just kind of decompress in all this space. Front of the chest, armpits, So one more breath, breathing in, gazing up. Now with the exhalation, turn your palms outside, connect the wrists, and then reach forwards, kind of diving in. Lean on both hands, step your right leg away, connecting the tips of the toes gently, sitting your heels, sitting your glutes on the top of the heel. Then reaching forwards, nothing too much. This is not to force your spine to decompress or lengthen. It's really to kind of have those orientations, like sense the length of it in the relaxed state, not overwhelmed with pulling any harder. So just very gently allow yourself to approach this complete comfort in this body shape, in this asana. So as your forehead are touching the ground, if it feels like a good idea, if you're resonating with it right now, you may turn on your ujjayi breath, so gentle inhalation into your nose. And kind of sending or channeling the air through the back of your throat with a sound. Let's do 3 to 5 of those breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. And one more. Right now, literally your body is manifesting that calm, that lack of survival mode, that's thriving within your own body. With that sound, switching your system deeper and deeper into that mode. As you feel you're ready, just gently gaze forwards with the exhalation. Enter the table pose. Tucking the toes, preparing to enter the down facing dog. With the inhalation, lift your knees up. And then with the exhale, drive your sitting bones all the way to the back, being very gentle and intuitive with oneself. Perhaps you'll feel like you want to stretch that position gently, maybe leg by leg, bending, straightening the knees, looking right and left, checking your scapulas, deepen deeper in and pressing up against your hands, just figuring out that personalized balance, that good feeling of the down facing dog. And as you're ready to enter the static, as you press your feet, shift enough body weight to the back and upwards to equalize the sensation of pressure, clawing the fingers in the mat. So the center of the palm slightly elevates, and breathing in, lifting the heels, sending the tailbone up, kind of even gazing forwards, cow-like, and then with exhalation, articulating your bottom vertebrae all the way, kind of sending yourself into such a weird cat or plank, rounded plank pose. So we're going to do 2 more waves like that. As you inhale, bend the knees, send your sitting bones and tailbone upwards. Just articulate as you did it before in the tabletops. With exhalation, slightly moving the body weight on the hands. Inhaling again. This is a very mixed shape, so it's like everything and together. What I want you to focus right now is how you sense your spine. And as we send that way forwards, let's enter the regular plank. Just also finding our own comfort, perhaps swinging side to side, shifting to the back, driving forwards till you settle yourself into the shape that feels most comfortable, most stable, most balanced. Nothing is too much, everything is equalized. Now breathe in, and as you're ready with the exhalation, enter chaturanga, bending elbows. It's okay to lean on the knees. Make sure you draw your elbows and shoulders for external rotation. As you inhale, lay the hips on the ground, press the toenails, rising up, tighten the kneecaps, rev the navel in, tone your glutes, gaze up, and with the exhalation, return to the child pose. Connecting your toes, sitting yourself softly on the top of your heels, inhaling just basically through that inhalation motion as your ribs are moving, let your spine articulate with lengthening forwards. With exhalation, completely sinking or dipping your forehead into the floor. Let's spend here another 3 breaths. If you feel like using the ujjayi, that'd be a perfect way to continue supporting your body in this nice restorative practice. So let's do one more. And while here in this relax and whisper like or snore like vibration, I would even call it, literally let yourself absorb that vibration into that specific area that needs it the most. Sometimes it's the back of the skull where the neck connects, sometimes it's between scapulas or elsewhere. Just really kind of send that vibration in that area to decompress it even more. Now as we feel ready with the coming inhale, we're going to gaze forward just 3 more shapes, and sweet Shavasana is waiting for us. So right now be a good moment to drink some water if you like, just a little sip, not too much. And then as you be ready, please cross your shin like this and then stretch both of your legs, having your knees slightly bent, so kind of slide the feet lower and remain leaning on your palms slightly behind your shoulders. So like this, we are approaching the external shoulder rotation. So make sure you're leaning comfortably, clawing fingers slightly into the ground. Next, what we're going to do with the coming inhale, just press all 5, like all 10 actually, toes into the ground, lift the heels. With the exhalation, lift the sitting bones and try to drive them as close as feels good for your shoulders, where you try not to lose the external rotation. So it'd be good to bend the elbows slightly and continue lengthening through the collarbone line. So as you inhale, drag some of your body weight back, making sure this loosens your shoulders and it helps you to actually remain, to kind of coordinate that external rotation. And then as you exhale, drive the sitting bones closer to the heels, connecting with the shoulders, keep them in that external rotation. Inhale, 1 more swing to the back. Exhale, swing forwards. Right now it feels good. You can actually lean your sacrum on the floor and just couple rotations or a confident external shoulder rotation as much as the tissue here allows it, because let's not conflict with that. Let's actually kind of slowly breathe through, stimulate it to relax. For the common inhalation, keeping your chin neutral, look through your left shoulder, try to gaze deep. With the exhale, return to the center, slightly tucking your chin on the chest. So let's say you're drawing 1/4 of the circle. Now with the inhale, with a neutral chin, not too high, not too low, look through your right shoulder. Gaze deep, let the neck fall, let the necessary tissue stretch, embrace the twist. With the exhale, return. Now with the inhalation, we're going to enter such a reverse tabletop position. And right now, I'd say you have choice. So either try to remain here. Here means not anything too much, just this neutral, even sensation of levels, shoulders, chest, pelvis, knees. So don't try to push yourself way too hard. This sometimes results into unnecessary compression in the low back. Kind of try to spread the feeling of extension every direction. So this will be one basis, and if you want to go for more, just pretty much the same, but in a reversed plank, making sure that you also enjoy versus like trying to push anything too hard and compressing certain nerves, especially like sciatic here. So let's find our own balance. And doesn't matter whether you're here or here. Right now, please lift and stretch your left leg up, point the toes down, point the toes up. Then inhaling as you still remain in your internal balance in this reversed shape. With the exhalation, rotate the thigh external, okay? So don't just push it, but rotate it while you remain in this balanced upward position. Inhale and stretch the left leg, exhale, bend and rotate. One last inhale, stretch. Try not to lose your neutrality, bend the knee, exhale, rotate. Then both legs on the ground, plank or tabletops. Still not too much, but don't also give up. Okay, now next, right leg goes up, flex, point, flex, gaze up, point, and kind of almost try to kiss the ceiling. One more time, flex, point. Inhale, drive the knee externally, exhale and back and straight. Inhale, bend the knee, Grab it externally, try to be higher up, point the toes, one final rotation up, and then both legs on the ground. Now let's sit down. Let's either keep our feet connected or slightly apart. With the coming inhalation, rotate your shoulders externally, reach up. With the exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana, legs straight or slightly bent. It all comes from your spine. If you feel that your spine gets this negative unpleasant compression, better to keep your knees slightly softly, I would say, bend, till you feel in time that you're ready to slide the heels all the way forwards and your spine would follow. Let's bend here, one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And just allowing all the tightest spots in the body completely decompress, including facial expression. With the kind of inhalation, slide your palms close towards your hips. Bend in the knee, slide your pelvis closer to the heels. Prepare for Halasana as your scapula's touched. No, Bunny, don't do anything with it. We'll deal with it later. Some slime in the hair. Must be good. Chair on top. Let's slide the palms behind the head. Now focus on how your scapulas are receiving that pressure. So if you feel you're not touching at all, or some areas of the scapula not touching, that means spread your arms wider, bend the elbows, but make sure you feel you have this stability. And next, when we will be performing the Halasana itself, try not to bring too much pressure on your neck. Okay, so just remain leaning to the highest, like upper part of the chest, and then just how to check also, turn your head right and left. So make sure you have that freedom and the pressure is set positively in a positive way. So everything about Halasana, I believe you already know. Remember about the active legs, about that electricity activating your muscles, hugging your leg bones, tight kneecaps, heels, the whole feet surfaces pushing above your head, compensating, sliding your sacrum to the opposite direction. That's how you remain balanced here. And then the rest is just the magic of just letting all that go through. Bunny, no, don't touch it, don't touch it. I will deal with it when I'm done with the class, okay? Just give me the scissors, okay? No cutting here right now. Thank you. Now please move, and don't touch to remove it. I will help you after I'm done. Now slowly, let's spend one more breath. Let's focus on how the breath decompresses space between vertebrae. Try to catch that feeling of wave happening from the tailbone into your skull. And with the exhalation, slowly vertebra by vertebra return on the floor and lay in your widest, most relaxed Shavasana. So just intuitively find that space in your body. Stretch your arms, legs. Perhaps cover yourself if you need. What else? Chilling. And next is optional. We either just remain relaxed and connected to your breathing, or another option would be to integrate a little breath work. So just go gentle. If you'll feel at a certain point you want to quit, that's fine. But if you'll feel like that's something you resonate with, then just keep exploring. And now let's take a soft inhale into the nose. Complete, sincere exhale, perhaps with a sigh. Feel like literally every cell in your body losing resistance, and begin inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gentle breath. Hold literally 2. Acknowledge that pressure within lungs. Feel that satisfaction. And exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, exhale, relaxing the longest as it goes without pressuring yourself into any super achievement. You don't have to exhale super long, but as your exhale finished, then hold your breath, make that soft swallowing motion, and just explore how long you can last on the breath retention after exhale. That is a super powerful experience because it's almost death-like. Your system will start panicking, and when it starts, just try to relax into that panic and last for another maybe 3 seconds just to prove yourself that it's possible. And then literally after those couple seconds, just switch in that fight or flight reflex into another opportunity, and just allow yourself to breathe in. And hold another breath. So after inhalation, just hold your breath for another 10-15 seconds. Let that energy spread all over your body. And then exhale again with a soft, most long-lasting, relaxed exhalation. And we're going to repeat one more round. After that exhale, begin inhaling again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow yourself to exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the final inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep relaxing. 5, 4. Very smoothly and easily. After this exhalation, hold your breath. Just explore as you created that swallowing motion in your throat. Maybe closed your lungs from air. Just explore how long you're going to last and how your system is going to start reacting. Whenever this panic approaches, just try to relax into it deeper, maybe this time even longer. Cały czas? Że cały czas? A ja cię słyszę, najciekawsze, co jest. Tak. A przerywa? A poczekaj. O Jezus. No dobrze, że powiedziałeś. Może to jest sprawa w moich naушниках, muszę to sprawdzić. Poczekaj. Wstawaj, pani, get up, please. Czekaj, sprawdzę. Tak, a co teraz powiesz, czy mnie lepiej słychać bez naушników?
Teraz cię bardzo dobrze słychać. Może jesteś ciutkę
Ja myślę, że to jest coś w moich naушниках. To następnym razem będę bez nich.
Tak, bo poprzednio też tak było, ale mniej, a dzisiaj więcej
O, to szkoda, że nie powiedziałeś